Here we are again.
Sometimes it is happy.
Hey!
Are
we on? Facebook on? What's up, everybody? I guess we're on Facebook, Instagram. Another week. Are you there, Facebook? All right. Ciao, everybody's there. How you doing, everybody? Wow. Welcome to episode 4 of That Friday Feeling with Peter. Once again, we got nothing planned. Just a drink, some talk, and maybe some music. I cannot believe, actually, another week went by. I mean, my sense of time, I don't know about you guys, but my sense of time is really distorted. Every week, it's like this. And then a day could feel like a year, and then a week can feel like 2 seconds. It's very, very strange. But thank you all for coming, joining me. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Are we having fun? You having fun? Are you ready? I got a lot of questions. I love seeing, my favorite part about this is seeing where all of you are. So, always write your location. That's fun for me to see where in the world you are. Hey, from Poland, who do we have here today? All over the world. Jesus. And I got Facebook and Instagram going live together. You're distorted, all right. Hey, Patrick, you son of a bitch. I miss you. Patrick is the Patrick is the best tour manager of all time. I hope none of my other tour managers are watching this, but he was the first guy when I first went on the road. When I was 18. I can't even think about it. Oh my God, 18. He was on the road and was like, it's very hard to find someone that is so talented at sound. That's like an artist. That's artistry within itself. Let alone if they're usually good in sound, they're not good in doing a day sheet or tour management or booking flights or having a normal conversation at dinner, which by the way is very important. Patrick was all of those things and is all of those things. So I try to tour with him as much as I can. It's a whole other discussion, but let's make a drink. Then we're going to get to questions. I got your questions this week, and on Instagram at least. You guys posted a bunch of great questions, and I actually saved them, so I'm going to read from those questions and see what you got. I didn't even look at them yet, so we'll see who's being ridiculous. All right, so for today, we have a very complicated drink. I'm going to show you. Very complicated, and there's a reason I didn't give you a heads up on it. Here we go. Everybody, take a glass. You need a glass for this drink. Step 1. Step 2. Take an ice cube, preferably a big one. You see how excited I'm getting? And the third and the final step of this very intensive drink is you pick your favorite liquor and you pour it in. Period. Right here. Today I'm using Patron Silver because it's Friday and why not? So as you can see, this handmade, crafted cocktail, that's all it takes. If you have frozen liquor, even better. This way, the ice and the liquor, they're redundant, but it plays tricks with your mind, so I enjoy it. Cheers, everybody. It's the quickest drink I'm ever going to make for you all. But I want to get to questions anyway, so salute. Happy Friday. Is that what people say? Happy Friday? I never understood that anyway. Happy Friday. Cheers. Unbelievable. I love these live comments. These live comments are so distracting, though. They're so distracting. Who was at? Was anybody at the Tuesday concert? For those of you just watching this, I'm doing Tuesdays and Fridays. So today, the Fridays are a little more casual. I answer more questions, and obviously I make a drink. And the Tuesdays is more like a mini show. So if you don't tune into that, tune into Tuesday, which is also live on Facebook. Instagram viewers, go to YouTube, watch it there. And I do a little show in conjunction with a organization called Perfect Picnic, who's helping out a lot of medical professionals on the front lines of the COVID thing. But that's Tuesday talk, not Friday talk. Friday's to forget about the week and dive into the weekend. Some good questions here. I'm going to start with what I'm seeing live, and then I'm going to move to the ones that I saw earlier in the week. What am I cooking every night? Says Jesse Adler. I'm cooking so much. I'm cooking... Actually, I made a spaghetti last night that was not my best. I tried to include too many ingredients. But I'm cooking a lot of pasta. I have a sausage dish with pasta that I'm going to actually maybe post a video on. I made even Chinese food because I miss China. One of the things I miss during this crisis is Chinese food. And some places deliver, but I don't know. I don't need anybody breathing on my dumplings. So I made a few Chinese dishes which came out good. And then I go right back to rigatoni, you know. I've been cooking a lot. What else do I make? Chicken cutlets. I make sausage, broccoli rabe, pasta. One thing I don't think I've made is Indian food, and that's probably a good thing. I also want to say to the people that did tune in on Tuesday, we had mic issues, so I'm trying to upgrade the sound instead of just using the phones and the damn computer mics. But anyway, my apologies for that. Hopefully we'll get it right on Tuesday this week. I miss sushi. Lillian Chapman says she misses sushi, and so do I. I wouldn't eat that right now, though, since it's not cooked. Unless you want to stick your California roll in the broiler. Defeats its own purpose. I know, sushi is big. Look at this. Frank Gruyere. Is that how you say his name? Gur? He cooks Hungarian food. An aristocrat. Ali just ordered Chinese. Unbelievable. I miss everybody. Look at these. I'm just looking at the live comments. And then we're going to move to the comments from earlier in the week. Cheers from New Jersey. Cheers. What's up, Francesco? Lisa, Mac the Knife. Are you the one who keeps mentioning Mac the Knife? I'll give it a shot. I don't remember. I have to try it. As it goes. This is very good. Let me know what you're drinking, by the way. If you're also drinking with me, let me know what you're drinking. It's been a long week. I actually like tequila once in a while, or very often, whichever you choose to believe. I like tequila straight, silver, and I do like Patron. Some people are opinionated against Patron, but I really like it. Anyway, salute again. Siaban McStay says there's nothing like a pint of Guinness. That's on Facebook. That fills you up, Saban. Fills you up real good. It's a whole meal. Have to come to Lisbon. I would love to come to Lisbon. Tequila, red wine. Good. We got another tequila. Look what everyone's drinking. A Manhattan. Pepsi. Water. Look at this guy on Instagram. Water Jesus is drinking Pepsi. I'm sorry, but Jesus didn't drink Pepsi. I'm sorry, Water Jesus. You better at least get some red wine. Blanton's on the rocks and a sidecar of Call of Duty. That's funny. I actually have not played video games in the longest time. You might have just triggered. You might have just opened a door. I love a nice disappearance into the video game world. White wine. We got a smoky red. We got champagne. We got a bottle of beer. A Napa cab. Somebody says water because I'm at work. Okay, Lauren Elizabeth, that's excusable. Whereas Jesus has no excuse. At least have some red wine. My favorite pastry asks, what's your name? Miss Lee's 81 on Instagram asks about my favorite pastry. I'm not a big pastry. I don't love pastries. I don't love cake. I like cookies. If I had to pick a pastry, I'll give you, you know that French thing, not Madeleine, what is it? I can't remember. It's like a little tube like this. It's not too sweet. It's crusted, kind of with a C. Who knows what I'm talking about? That might be my favorite pastry. Calisson? No. Shit. Not macaroon. It's not a macaroon. On the Italian end, I like Napoleons. If I had to pick a pastry, I like like a good Napoleon. Oh, cannoli. Is it a cannoli in French? No, not cannoli. We got this blind. We got this. All he understands is Italian over here. Cannoli. Cannoli. Cheers from Istanbul. Hello, Denise. Dennis. You know, my girlfriend's from Istanbul. Did you know that, Dennis? I think you knew that. Canale, Luca, Fro. It's a canale. Yeah, I like that. Canale, that's it. You got me. All right. I love those. So that French, I like the and the Napoleons, I like the on the Italian side. Bianca says pizza or pasta. I don't know. How could you pick? What do you? That's an impossible question. I'm going to go to questions earlier in the week. Let's see what we got here. This is for people who did their homework, not for the crammers who are currently on right now. Just wait until the last minute. These are people who did they prepared, they posted, they put their name on it. I can't ignore them. All right. Scotty DeLuce from Instagram says, do you prefer to sing or play the piano? And I prefer, if I had to pick, I prefer to play the piano. But singing opens up a whole new element of expression, and there's a third component, which is singing and playing together, which can't happen without singing. So I really enjoyed that third component, playing and singing. But if I was on a desert island and could only pick one thing, it would be piano playing. Who else we got? You've answered it on another live. I am Sophie from Paris. What's your favorite place you've been on vacation? I think it depends who you're with, more than the place. There's a lot of beautiful places. I love this place in Venice, outside of Venice. It's called the San Clemente Palace. Beautiful place. It actually used to be a monastery. I love going there, in Italy, obviously. One of my favorite places. I also like the south of Italy. I like that. All right. What do we got here? Are you planning, from Seb Zani on Instagram? Instagram's the only one who did their homework over here. Are you planning to come to the UK once this is all over? I am, yeah. That was actually, I was supposed to, those dates were already on the books. They weren't announced, but they were happening, and obviously this thing put a pause on it all. So definitely, yes, I will be back in the UK once this is all over. A question I got a lot is, am I going to continue these Tuesday concerts and Friday feeling streams once this is over? That a lot of people asked me this week, and I think the answer lies with you guys. Let me know if you want me to. if you enjoy it. For me, it's fun. It brings people together that would never normally be in the same room. So it's amazing, I'm enjoying it. And if you want it to continue, let me know. And tell your friends about it so we can grow it. And I would love to do that. So I'm having a good time. But I guess it's still up for grabs. If you like Tuesday better than Friday, let me know. If you like this Friday better than Tuesday, let me know. If you like both, let me know. What is this here? Wagrobanite. Wagrobanite asks, is there a state in the U.S. that you haven't been to yet that you want to go? On a side note, I guess Grobanite means you like Josh Groban. It's a wild card. It's a long shot, but I'm taking a guess. Is there a state in the U.S.? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I don't think so. We've done a lot of touring in the States and like bus tours, and we've seen everything from the beauty to the armpits of this country. I usually want to come back home to New York. Let's see. I want to try and get. Let's see. Hold on. Burned Nell asks, how do you get such a live stage personality like yourself? I'm not sure I understand the question, but I don't know. It's probably stemming from my distaste for people who go on the stage and suddenly become someone else. I think we talked about this on another stream, like those people who pick up a mic and they may talk one way, but all of a sudden like some other voice comes out. It's a real fine line of authenticity. So I just don't want to be like that. So generally what you see is what you get. What is the first thing you'll do when this lockdown is over, says Sarah Whitney. Oh, God knows. I mean, maybe go to a restaurant, go for a run, see my family and friends, maybe have a big party. God knows. I mean, there's so many things. Any pre-concert rituals from Kim Andrews Chambers? It's actually similar to this without the question and answer. I usually make a drink and I have some kind of banter with my band, and we just hang out. And I think it's important to have a good camaraderie with the people that you tour with. There's a lot of great musicians out there, but there's also a lot of great musicians who are not fun to be with. So if you can pick people who are fun to be with, then you reap the rewards. So my pre-show rituals end up stemming from whatever the dynamic is at that moment on the road. But generally, I try and relax. We act a little stupid with each other, have a drink, and it's better to keep it that way. If you get in your head, you got problems. Gabrito says, no food at all with your drinks, and I'm going to eat after this, but right now, no, it's just drinks. I'll answer one or two more, and then I'll go to the keyboard. When will you be back in Italy? As soon as this is over. Who was that from? Rick Mon. As soon as this is over. Italy, we had a whole tour planned, so it's coming. From Atkins is, what did I used to do on Fridays? It's not all that different, except that I wouldn't, be sitting here answering questions. Fridays to me are really no different than any other day. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is, particularly in this quarantine, but Fridays don't have the same weight for me and a lot of musicians because we don't have the work week. We don't have the 9 to 5. We don't have the Monday to Friday. We don't have it. So there's a lot of times, especially if you're a touring musician, you never know what day it is. So that element has not been too much of a shock in the quarantine because if you're on a tour bus, you don't know, never mind what day it is, you don't know where the hell you are. Who else is asking? Alessandro is asking to wish happy birthday to his friend Francesca. Happy birthday, Francesca! I will say, cheers, Francesca. Happy birthday. The one thing is, it's very strange to do these things. Let me fix this. To do these things and have nothing to bounce off of except just silent electronics. That is scary. At least at a show, you got an energy in the room. There's an intangible thing. Who else we got? Let me just answer one or two more because there were a lot that came in here on Instagram. What are you missing most during the quarantine? I think we covered that. Natasha Brands asks, what inspires you to continue writing music and doing what you do all the time? I don't know. Maybe no backup plan, you know? I never had a backup plan. For better or for worse. There's two schools of thought on that one. I grew up in the city. I went to Columbia University intentionally, not a music school. Although by that time I knew I was going to go into music and do it full time. But I left Columbia about 2 years in, and I started touring because I knew it was what I wanted anyway. And that's what I followed. So I think a safety net is, it could be good, but it could be bad. So I never had one. So what inspires me to keep doing it is because that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not going to become a dentist anytime soon. Plus the ideas and the music, it's something I live with. I mean, all the time. It's there no matter what. Song ideas, music in the middle of the night ideas. Even when it's not that active, it's there. It's just like dormant. It's like herpes. Sometimes it's negative. Sometimes it's like, oh God, I don't want this to flare up again. I just want a good night's sleep. And it flares up. So songwriting can be like herpes. Did I just say that out loud? I think I did. But yeah, you don't really have a choice sometimes. It can be annoying and it's a blessing, and then you get through it and you're glad you wrote it. You're glad you did it. And I think the elimination of other options really help you. All right, let's go to the, it's already late. Oh my God, 20 minutes. I'll go to the keyboard and it's enough questions. Salud. Okay. Let's see if I got this here. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So we got everybody? I think so. Cool. I am crazy girl. That's funny. Dormant like herpes. That makes me laugh. Andrews Chambers loves the virtual cocktail party. I don't know. What else are we doing? It's not like we have other options here. Hugo Bayer says, love your music. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you very much. I don't know. What do you want to hear? This song's been in my head all day. Can Facebook see the keys? Maybe. it's like, I don't care if it's Chinatown or Riverside. And I don't have any reasons. I left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. New York, I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I am in a New York state of mind. I see the applause, but I don't hear it. It's very disheartening. What else do you want to hear? What else we got? I got a lot of requests this week. I'm going to play you a request I got. This is the last song off my last record called Sounds of Summer, which, hold on, let me just fix this here. Sounds of Summer. I love that song. It's a song about my childhood and kind of growing up and my summers on the Jersey Shore. And since summer is coming up, it brings back a lot of memories. So I'll give you that and we'll see where that goes. Waking up to bicycle wheels spinning past the lawn, jumping out of a wood creek in bed, too excited to yawn when the bees buzz down the lane, when the waves were calling my name. Oh, the sounds of summer, I could still hear the drums of the ocean beat in my ear. It's a 3-month song only childhood could play, but it's written in sand and it's washing away. The bounce of a basketball shot from the pool, the bell of the fireman's fair, hard-working voices you knew you could trust. I thought they'd always be there, but I didn't know the saltwater breeze could turn into snow. Oh, but the sounds of summer are still pretty clear. The drums of the ocean beat in my ear. Endless echoes of yesterday, repeat and repeat. We keep getting farther away. Sometimes it seems like a life that I depress the shit out of everybody watching. Whoever suggested that, I blame you. Salute. I'm going to read all these comments later, and I'm going to leave you with something that I like playing. I played it on the first Friday feeling. But we got to get out of that hole, that nostalgic hole. A problem. I love artists being here with you. These screens are a problem. Oh my God. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me this Friday. We went a little over. Usually I like to keep it to a half hour, but it was a little too much fun. And let's always try to keep that Friday feeling every day of the week, which is that song. A lot of questions about that song.
Looking pretty hot now. Tell me what you got. That Friday feeling.
It's coming. It's coming. We're just gearing up for it. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next Friday, episode 5, and I'll see you Tuesday, live on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for joining me again. You made my week. Thank you.